Welcome, welcome, welcome to Hangman Tarot. Leo, we're going to get into your predictions for your month of October 2022. We're going to get started right now. Please go ahead, and while you're waiting, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Go ahead. Don't be scared. I know it's almost Halloween, but do not be scared to hit that button, and don't be scared to hit that bell, okay? Ding dong, ding dong. That's it. That's all it takes, okay? All right, let's get into our first part of our reading. I'm going to do things a little bit different in these readings. I don't want to focus so much on what we think we should focus on. I just want the cards to kind of pop out how they do, and then I want you to get some sort of a focus for your month and set some intentions, and that's just what this is, okay? This is not voodoo. It is not magic. I am not prairie goddess, wind, chime, sister, lavender, Emily. Like, I'm not a witch. I'm not some powerful being that predicts things. I am just a human being talking to you. I'm doing tarot. We're talking about life experiences here. Okay, that is it. And that's what we have in common, is this path that we're walking. That's what we have in common. It's just how we go about it. So again, I'm not a professional. There's a disclaimer right there. Please go ahead, hit subscribe. I know, rolling the eyes. Whoa, lordy. Okay. Okay, so it's looking like the beginning of your month is going into kind of off the current energy. So just any current energy is connecting with dreams, or maybe having a specific dream that you actually are thinking about even right as we speak. I feel like most of the time, everything's kind of a metaphor, especially when you're in a dream. Images, symbolism, those things all mean something different, just kind of like the Bible. The Bible is definitely quite the theatrical drama, but if you really read in between the lines, or in between the words, or in between the letters, honey, you can figure that out. It is just, kind of depicting and decoding, and I think a lot of it has to do with perception. What is our perception of this? So again, Leo, if you're having any kind of issues with dreams or connecting to your intuition, or finding yourself in a place where you're like, I feel really static, I feel like I'm not changing, that's definitely something that is going on in the current energy, and it would hold you hostage. It would change things up, but again, like, if you want to move forward, if you want to push forward, you gotta be open to connecting to the dreams, the images, the symbolisms, and maybe they'll tell you something. Okay, so your stuff is coming up. As far as like any blockage on the current situation would be a journey, kind of moving in towards any kind of, again, that creation, that change. And if you're trying to find something more divine, more wholesome, or you're just trying to really discover who you are, it doesn't have anything to do with anyone else or whatever everybody thinks kind of about the situation. You just need to dive into it. Just kind of let it be a flame and let it lead you into your intuition, that third eye stuff. So that is really being indicated here, just kind of blocked, and that is the situation. That's the main attraction for your current energy. We are going to get into the rest of this reading, so finding out all about anything that is a potential challenge or experience, anything as far as focusing on to move past or towards it, past influences that really push against that future. Here we go. Speak to me. I have that song in my head, Speak to Me. What is that off of? Anyway, sorry, I think it's a love song. Okay, Leo, here we go. Getting into your month of October, the biggest challenge is looking like that victory, wanting some sort of recognition for something. You're definitely it's having to do with any kind of responsibility or support. Maybe somebody's not supporting you in something. I do feel like you're kind of going to go against this in an irresponsible way, especially when it has to do with something business-wise. I do think that you're going to be a little passive about it. You could just be overall kind of over the situation, but you are a little bit possessive. And so when you're kind of like in a place where you're not feeling like you're in control or you're going to win the situation or have victory, I mean, that's really going to reflect onto you. So yeah, in upcoming October, you're definitely kind of bumping into something that you'll look over that will make you feel, maybe it'll make you feel like shameful or off balance. Maybe it'll make you feel like, again, you're not being, recognized for something, or you're not winning, or you're not finding victory in the ways that you want to. So I do feel like, again, just that low self-worth, or just maybe too busy working even. I mean, it could be several different things here, but I feel like needing a focus would be super, super important to get through this situation. So a focus here, maybe a focus is to be respected, okay? And to be seen as like knowledgeable or knowing. So I feel like that has a large amount to do with it. I think if you were to be, as far as focusing, I think if you were to focus on the clarity in the mind, or clearing up your thoughts, or really just like taking away the aggression. I feel aggression. I feel like there's something codependent here that you could be dealing with. You could be dealing with this situation, but it's like you're not. And so that's going to pull you away from any kind of new beginning. So make sure that you're really checking in with that. Protect yourself, organize, be responsible, get into the knowing. If you don't know shit, you're not going to be able to get into the beginning of anything. And this is having all to do with a mental state. So just kind of being the leader of the, be a communicator, be clear in what it is that you're wanting, organized, responsible, reliable. That is all beautiful, and you will get there, but you have to stop fucking putting it off. If you don't stop putting this off, again, you're just going to be into a place where, you're not believing in anything. You're not going to welcome in a new beginning acting like that, Leo. Anything that has to do with this situation that is in the past. Okay, so a lot of the things in the cards, the sun in an upright, the stars in reverse. So any kind of success or recognition, it's not as inspiring, okay, in the past when you're thinking about it. So pulling from that, it puts you in a place where you're like, yeah, I'm over it. I don't want to be, reliable, safe, responsible anymore because of what happened in the past. And what happened in the past could have a large amount to do with it, which it was you not being fulfilled by something. You feeling like the faith was not there. You feeling like I'm enthusiastic, I'm positive, I'm booming, I'm beaming. What the fuck is going on? Well, what the fuck is going on is the fact that you're actually pulling from those old memories. The nostalgia is kind of creeping over and pushing into your future, and that's in October. So you're really going to start noticing that kind of thing. So let go of that past bullshit, whatever that is, okay? Because we aren't always the motherfucking star, but we can always be in waiting, That can always be something in waiting. We can always have it in the eyes and in the heart. Who fucking cares who sees stars in you? Stop needing the recognition. You got you. That's all you really need to be doing. So find some harmony there. Find a little bit of balance. I know that you will. Anyway, so the likely outcome of that situation was freedom from it. So you did get out of it. You did find completion. You did even communicate through it and clear things up. So whatever that was in the past, I think that has a large amount to do with it, but you are in recovery of that. So whatever you kind of ran into, again, you were successful. You were doing a lot of things, but it just was not working, okay? Especially when you're to reflect on it. You're definitely feeling that. Any strengths for the month of October? All right, so you will have a bill come in, or some sort of a message, maybe just like a bill that you were not expecting. I think that the cheap assness in you is lurking, okay? So I feel like if you had a better health, I think if you were more into the health of things and you were kind of like ready to focus on other things than money, it might help. But I feel like whatever this message is, whatever this bill might be, or this financial message or financial information, this is definitely coming in. And I don't think that you're going to achieve much with it, because I don't think that you want to deal with it, okay? And it's going to disturb the, getting into any sort of independence with it, or contemplating the situation would really push you into some sort of fulfillment. So I feel like you could almost get into a place where you're okay financially without having to be frugal or, be a cheap ass. Stop doing that, because that's, your strength is to push past that kind of thing. Get into contentment, okay? Be content with what it is that you have. All right, let's get into anything that is nearing our future for Leo. All right, Leo. So in the near future, by the ending of October, you will be searching. You will be searching. Somebody will be searching you. Maybe it's, who knows? Let's find out more with these next cards. Got our 8 of water, Knight of air, 3 of air, and then we have our King of air in reverse. Okay, hold on. Hello? Hello? Good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thanks for calling. Bye. Alrighty. Okay, so the bottom line, when you get to the ending of October, surrounding this entire situation in which you're just feeling like no recognition, no victory, you feel kind of like, I'm over it, I want to move on. Well, to set some intentions, you definitely, by the ending of October, you're going to be in more empowerment and you're going to continue to search. So the experience that you're going to be going through is definitely going to have a large amount to do with determination, motivation, again, that communication, and are you going to nurture it? So this is the ending of September. So anything kind of surrounding it, it's going to have something to do with sorrow or forgiveness. So there is healing that needs to be done, Leo. You need to do the work. You need to do the work. You got to do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Just do the work. Okay, so that we don't have to have this discussion any further. There is such a purity in that. There's such a light. I feel like there's such a support, such a protection when you are healing. You are protected. You'll feel like shit. You'll feel like pure dog shit. But there is something about healing that is better than any kind of like recognition or success. I promise you. So a likely outcome here, just kind of moving in towards those hopes and fears for your month of October. Okay. So your hope is success with some sort of situation. So you could even be dealing with a pentacle sign or a water sign. I think your fear is that the love would not be received or the love won't be given back to you. I think you have a fear of almost like, I think not like you're psychic. This person could be psychic. This person that you're dealing with, you could definitely be dealing with somebody who's a communicator. They're very much kind of like clear about what they want and who they are, but they could even be into, in touch with the intuition, empath. Maybe they're, they do voodoo, or, they're into well-being, or they work at a tarot shop, or, whatever it is. This person has definitely got the third eye going. They are psychic. Like a motherfucker. That's nice though. I mean, it's better than them being, non-emotional. So this person's very heart-led, but your fear is that they won't be heart-led with you. They're very giving, but you have a fear that they won't be giving with you. So I don't understand what any of that means, but I do think that if you continue to be generous and successful and in, pushing forward and trying to root through and, ground as you're speaking to this person, and you are successful, and I think if you're positive and you're leading with, reliability, safety, I think it's going to be successful. I do, whatever this is. But let's get a likely outcome of that, because now I'm like, well, what's that? Well, what's happening here? Okay, so yeah, you be good. You'll be fine. It's a relationship that you're wanting here, but you have a fear. You have a fear because Queen of Water in reverse was in reverse. You have a fear that this person won't be loving to you. But this card's indicating there will be definitely a choice that will be needing to make. So choices are needing to be made. Emotions are here. There is a relationship kind of in, the shadows of things. But there's a very nice light around the situation. I don't think it's a bad situation. Let's find out, though, through that love reading. So we're going to find out all about this earth sign or water sign who you have a relationship situation happening. So we're just going to feed right into that, okay? All right, here we go, darlings. All right, so we are starting your love reading, Leo. So hit subscribe while you're waiting for me to shuffle, because these things take forever. I love a good, I think it's good when people are scared. Like, I think that it's just, I think it gives you just enough push or energy to do something. I think that fear is not a bad thing. I think fear is just like right at the scope, or like right at the edge of like kind of jumping into what would be like something really profound or something really like exciting and happy. Fear is not always a bad thing, I don't think. But okay, so what is the situation? What are you dealing with, Leo, as far as your relationship? Could my eyebrow do that anymore? Like, stop doing that eyebrow. I hate the edges of my eyebrow. I don't understand these. I don't understand. Okay, so 10 of Cups is in a reverse position. So the situation here is that You look for help in others. And it's like it gave you some negative thinking, and there was issues that kind of grew from there. Okay, so whatever that might be, but there could have been some sort of a, you know, a contentment or fulfillment within this love relationship or whatever this is. And you had a fear, obviously, but then the issue here is 10 of Cups in reverse, just indicating that you were going and looking for maybe emotion or feeling or thought or to clear things up, maybe to get like less of an intense feeling about the situation, but like you were actually not looking for help. You were listening to other things here. So the looking for help kind of like brought in a lot of thoughts that were negative, that were not your thinking. So I think when anything to kind of do with that, or, you know, anything that is surrounding that situation would have to do with like an ideal of love. So you have a lot of self-belief. You are optimistic. You're very positive when you're pushing into things. Your emotion is not overly or underly. The idea here of love, though, is something that you've structured in your mind, that you thought things should look like a certain way, okay? Even if it was inspirational, even if it's the most beautiful diamond or the most beautiful sunset, like, it will not touch the structure of what we think love should look like. I think my relationship should look like this, a girl should look like this, a guy should look like this, and I don't want it to look any other way. So what if it just felt like love, and then it didn't look like anything? I mean, it's just an idea. That's my thoughts. So that kind of is the issue, or the influencing factors around the situation. So anything kind of like going deeper into the root of things is that you have a lot of fear here. You have a ton of fear that this will have no connection, but this would work well, whatever the situation is. 2 of Cups in an upright position, high moment. I don't think that there will be anything to force. I think that you're probably right about the peace or the trust which you're pushing towards. Let's get into anything that influenced from the past. From the past, 7 of Pentacles, that's an upright position. Then we have our Death upright. So you were just making sure you were on point or something. So you kept kind of going back on it. You kept assessing the situation, whether you were involved or not with this person. You kept going back and kind of focusing on the externals of the situation. And maybe you were just kind of looking at the entirety of just the outskirts of it. Maybe you were just looking at the experience, or maybe just the physical of it. But I think whatever you were assessing whether or not you needed a break from the hard work, or a break from some kind of deep work to reevaluate the situation. So that's kind of probably where you are going to be in October, or even kind of near the ending of September. But this love situation has definitely brought you into some sort of assessing information, just any kind of information, kind of wanting to know what would be next, what'll be next. So maybe kind of watching and waiting and seeing is where you were. So that was definitely something in the past that you were dealing with and managing. But you have to stop holding on to whatever that was, okay? If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was the ending of a cycle. So you need to just move forward and just allow the trust to be the trust, and don't fear what is really true, okay? That's kind of where that is. Moving into anything as far as the near future for you and this person. This is going to be a last stand kind of thing. So the love, if any love, or the situation that you want to jump into, the relationship, this is when you'll need to do it. 9 of Wands upright, 7 of Wands, that's in a reverse, 2 of Swords, that's upright position. So this is just indicating that this is the main topic as far as just the last likely outcome of this scenario, the experience, the relationship that you're wanting to get in, or you're already in. I feel like you need to be told love's not easy. It's not. It's fucking rough. But the love is not rough. It's the love that gets you through the rough or the scary or whatever. But I do think that you're kind of tired of like really closely keeping an eye on things, or, you know, closely trying to be fulfilled here. So the fulfillment, though, would come probably from the journey into it. So I feel like there's definitely potential here. Over on their end, they're blind to it. They don't even know about it. They don't know about either your evaluation of them, or they don't know maybe that you're kind of eyeing them up. Maybe you have a crush on them and you just haven't said it. I do think that the decision needs to be evaluated. terribly, and you kind of already know the answer. You do know the answer, and they would know their answer almost immediately, but they're, you know, they're just hanging out. They're just not knowing. They just don't know about it, so their eyes are completely shut to it. Just kind of the situation in between is that you don't have courage, and that's coming from your end, and there's a struggle for you two to interact. So whatever you want, though, here is very important. Reminding yourself to just always push with that. You have value, they have value, this has value. This is a huge reflection of the both of you, however or wherever you are. Bottom of the fucking line, bitches. Okay, so that was confusing relationship stuff, but you know, whatever. I hope everything works out, Leo. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of your beautiful month of October when you get into it. And obviously, I will see you back in November for your predictions. Well, in October, right? Okay. This is where this gets really heated and heavy. Okay, so we're in September, so your upcoming month of October, I will see you then for your November readings. I think I said it right. We'll see. All right, please enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. Share, like, and follow. Go ahead and hit that bell. Don't miss anything here at Hangman Tarot. And if I'm just meeting you, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Jordan. See you later.